Hey everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to episode 24 of my FM21 series with Newcastle United. So we've reached the end of the road. It's the end of season 3 and we're going to just take a review of this season and the series as a whole, take a quick look at where some of the players we've sold along the way end up and see who takes over from me. We'll holiday forward a year and see how they get on. You can see that we've done pretty well with the club. We haven't made the Legends list, we haven't made the Icons list, but we are in the favoured personnel alongside Rafa Benitez. So I think that's pretty good. Anyway, roll the titles.
All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces, gathered along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
So it's the end of season review. Let's have a little look and see what everyone has to say. So the new arrivals: Chalov, Tuanzebe, Ben White, Palacios, Onana, Fine and Kamara. So I think out of these, Chalov, Tuanzebe and Onana have to be the better ones, although Nicolas Dominguez has been picked out, I think, as a very good arrival. In terms of the season, so we were expected to qualify for the Euro Cup and we finished third, qualifying for the Champions League. So that's good. Wilson top scorer with 24 goals. Seeing as he only played about half the games, that is not bad. The moments to remember. Who's going to forget this? Newcastle 10, Reading 0. What a result that was. Another match to remember here. 3-0 away win in Monaco to keep us in the Champions League. And the goal of the season was scored by Saint-Maximin yet again in a 3-1 win against Bournemouth. In terms of the finances, all pretty steady. No enormous amount. I mean, the competition prize money has gone up. That's Champions League money, of course. So the finances are in a very, very healthy state. This is our lineup. It suggests as the best. So Onana in goal, Lewis, White, Tuanzebe and Jedvaj at right back. He actually came in to win his place back towards the end of the season. Did really well. It's suggesting here a very unusual midfield, though. Vera, Szoboszlai and Fine. Whereas I'm quite surprised Camavinga doesn't find his way in there, or Dominguez. Saint-Maximin and Neres as the wide players, and they're selecting Chalov ahead of Callum Wilson as the best striker. So, interesting. So I did win the Premier Division Manager of the Month for October. Not bad. Player of the season, Saint-Maximin. Young player, Szoboszlai. Signing, Onana. And goal of the season, as we discussed, Saint-Maximin. So as you can see here, Chalov got the most overall goals by a player, with 32 in all competitions. So considering that Wilson finished top scorer in the Premier League, and Chalov got 32 goals, not bad for a one-striker system, I think. Camavinga was the most expensive player, at 50 million in total incoming. So, we won the Community Shield, we won the Carabao Cup, so there's silverware once again. Unfortunately, as you'll remember, we lost the FA Cup in the last episode, knocked out by Benfica in the Champions League, and came third in the Premier League. So, some silverware and a pretty good season all round. No complaints from me. So let's have a quick look at where some of the players that we've let go over the years have ended up and how their careers have gone. In the first season, obviously, we moved on quite a number of players who are currently in the Newcastle first team squad. So DeAndre Yedlin went to Burnley. He's been doing okay. He's not played a lot this season. And it looks like he's off to Austria. Who else have we got here of any consequence? Dwight Gale has retired. I saw that. Atsu, not exactly tearing it up in Denmark. Dummett. Well, he's been around. We shifted him on to Bournemouth. He then moved to Hibs, and he's now off to the States. So he doesn't like to hang around too long anywhere. Kieran Clark. He is playing for Steaua Bucharest, of all people. Interesting career path he's taken there. Verona and then Bucharest. Joe Linton. I wonder how he's been getting on. He has been not scoring very many goals in Russia. I don't think anyone will be entirely surprised by that. Emil Kraft. He is playing in France. He had a season at Bordeaux and then has moved to Brest. So just toddling along in a bit of a French journeyman career. And Shelby in this season also moved on. He is on loan at Cagliari from Villa. So we sold him on to Villa. He didn't do a lot there. A very short loan spell in, I think that's Austria, isn't it? And then a few games for Cagliari this year. Not exactly tearing things up. Let's take a look at the following season. So what else have we got here? Anyone of any consequence? Fernandez. He is playing... Where is he playing? I had no idea where that is. Oh, Astana. Goodness me. So he's gone to Kazakhstan on loan from Celta Vigo. That's an interesting move. Muto, who went off to play at the same club as Joe Linton and is also not exactly tearing it up. No one here I'm kind of regretting letting go as yet. Manquillo, he has been playing fairly irregularly for Celtic this season. Jeff Hendrick here. Not doing a lot for West Brom. So I think all of these players that we've let go, I think was the right decision. Who else have we got here of any consequence? So there's Fabian Schär. He is playing for Sampdoria. Doing okay. Dubravka. Okay, well, he's been playing very regularly for Milan in Serie A. So that's a good move for him. He's done well because he was only ever going to be third choice for us this season. Isaac Hayden is playing for Betis. Not particularly regularly. Wilshere, we had him on, didn't we, on a free right at the start of the game. Did okay for us, and has been playing over in Korea this season, doing all right. Good luck to him. Santos Borre. Now, he was a great signing for us. We got him very, very cheaply. I think we paid about 2 million for him and sold him for 45, so that was a really good deal. He's been doing okay, not exactly setting the world alight in terms of goal scoring, but not doing bad over in Spain for Seville. Anyone else here of any consequence? There's other players that we brought in who we've sold fairly recently, so they're probably not worth looking at. But of course, the one we haven't talked about yet is the Snake. Ryan Fraser. So this summer, we moved him out to Bologna. He'd been on loan at Napoli last season. So where did Bologna finish? Let's have a little look at them, if we can. So they've come 13th in Serie A, 12th in Serie A, sorry. Okay, not bad, but how's he been doing? 26 games, no goals, 4 assists. Poor little Ryan Fraser. I think I ruined him by a couple of years in the reserves. And that's pretty much it for the transfer roundup. Some interesting stuff there, but I don't regret selling any of them. So I think we achieved more than I ever expected to with Newcastle in this save. I generally thought we were going to be bouncing around in mid-table, but that first season, where we finished 6th and qualified for the Europa League, really set us up for the rest of the series. Of course, then we also won the Carabao Cup that season, went into the following season, won the Europa League, won the FA Cup, and qualified for the Champions League. So season by season, we've been building. This season, only one piece of silverware, the Carabao Cup again, but once again qualifying for the Champions League. Did pretty well, got to the quarterfinals of that this year round. Made the FA Cup final, so overall I think progress each season. And so now it's time for me to hand over the reins to somebody else. We are going to be offering our resignation. And we are out of here. So after a couple of months of searching, Newcastle have finally settled on their new manager, a guy named Philippe Clément, who is coming from Club Brugge. It looks like he's only ever managed over in Belgium, so it's a bit of a step up coming to the Premier League, but his stats look decent, so be interesting to see how he gets on. Let's holiday through to the end of the season and see if he can match anything that we achieved. So we've holidayed through to the end of the 23-24 season, and let's see how Newcastle have got on in my absence. So Philippe Clément is still the manager. He's managed to make it through his first season. Christopher Ayer is captain. Vice-captain is San Maximan now. Interesting. Key player Onana. And a young Brazilian as the hot prospect. He's a new face. And looking over here, I can see a couple of other new faces around. So we'll have to check out the transfer business they've done soon enough. According to this, they finished 5th in the Premier League. So let's have a little look at where they have ended up here. A little way off the top 4. but definitely kind of the best of the rest. Not bad, not as good as we did last season, of course, but pretty good. So let's go and have a look at their schedule, see how they did overall. So I can see immediately here, oh, they lost in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup to Arsenal. They lost in the 3rd round of the Cup, the FA Cup that is, to Liverpool. Let's see how they've done in the Champions League. They got through the group stage, made it past Atalanta, and lost to Man United of all teams in the quarterfinals. So no silverware this year. The first year for 3 years that they haven't won anything at Newcastle. That's just because I left, I guess. A few dodgy patches here in the season. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him under a little bit of pressure for his job for this little run in January. That's pretty poor. He pulled it back nicely. But then towards the end of the season, not a lot of green around here either. So I think they had a chance to get into the Champions League and blew it by the looks of it. So let's go and have a little look at their transfer business over this year. So we'll start with the players out. They've sold a lot of players. £175 million worth. So who's gone? Livakovic, the keeper, has gone to Inter Milan for a good fee. It's Lascelles. He was only ever a backup in my last season. They've sold young Antov, the Bulgarian. He's gone to Benfica. Gigo to Roma. Jedvaj. Atletico Madrid have paid nearly 40 million for him. I'd have kept hold of him for sure. Vilka Kamara. Decent fee for him. Oh, Almiron has finally moved on. He got fed up with being a bit part player by the looks of it and has gone to Norwich. And strangely, Chaloff. They've sent him out on loan to Seville. He scored bucket loads last season. Why would they loan him out? Very odd. So let's see who they've brought in. Not familiar with this guy. Oh dear, they've spent a lot of money for a guy who didn't start a single Premier League game. That doesn't look like a very good purchase. Tyrick Mitchell came in from Palace. Similarly, fairly hefty transfer fee. Not made a single appearance in the league. Thiago Almada has come in from Liverpool. And that looks a better signing to me. So he started quite a lot of games. Not done too badly. 7.1 average. Pretty good. This guy I'm not familiar with. Marcos Leonardo. 21-year-old Brazilian. Looks decent enough. Decent strike rate too, but not someone I'd necessarily play ahead of Chalov. Peterson Thiago, that's that youngster who's the hot prospect. So we can't really see anything about him, but he has played a couple of Premier League games. And Brandon Williams, that's a decent fullback option. I guess that's why they let Jedvaj go. He can play left or right back, so that's a decent signing. And so ends our series with Newcastle. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. And I think we did a lot better with the team than I expected to. And certainly a lot better than Steve Bruce seems to be doing in real life, that's for sure. If you enjoyed this episode, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about it, or the series as a whole, I'd love to see them too. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Obviously, you can check back all through this Newcastle series. We have a new series called the Greeno Tour coming up very soon, which is going to be a European journeyman. Plus, there is a save where I am managing the Hungarian national team as well. So, plenty to check out on the channel, that's for sure. Well, it just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon on the channel for some more FM21 action. Bye for now.